Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M53 M55, the Tier 9 American SPG. This one's located on Oyster Bay and it's under the command of Angelina75 of OLIMP. And yes, it's her first entry for the following week of the weekend lying competition. And she's decided to go out in the Tier 9 American. Well, the M53, M55, they built quite a few of these. Originally it was based on the M53 version with 155mm howitzer, but they did build a bunch of them with the 8-inch howitzer instead, and they became the M53. They were the M55 rather. They were the ones used for the US Army, whilst the 155mm ones were used for the US Marine Corps. Okay, she's found a firing position. This looks quite good. And yes, from this position, she has got a lot of foliage around her to protect her. Okay. And the first customer's turned up. It's a Tier 10 game with Tier 9 tanks and rounds out in the FE4005. Oh, she got a direct hit with her first shot. Now, he might be looking for her right now, but she's changing position straight away to avoid counter battery. There's two Arty on either team, and although it looks like she's actually picked a spot way out in the open, I think she's actually taking precautions because it does appear that the enemy is making moves on trying to get as far up the map as she can. Oh, that Cranbon just got hit. Rounds out. Another direct hit, this time 376. The guy's tracked in place. He's stunned. He might be taking damage any second. Okay, we can see another enemy tank there, the Shure MV7X, and looks like he's unloading his 4 shells. Now he's pulling back. That probably won't help him much, because although he'd be behind the rock, Angelina can lay the shell down right next door to the rock and splash him. She's loaded, rounds out straight away. Direct hit! Oh, he must have poked his head out and took a round right in the face. You can see Angelina's changing position again. She's actually moving a little further over. This is not the usual position, but it's actually quite interesting. You see the different places that most Arty players go to, because they can actually improve their amount of damage they can do just by changing from one spot to another. Okay, now she's aiming back towards the enemy over in that corner. Now, okay, she's lined up. Oh, we just lost our Death Star, but we can get around in there. Rounds out. Direct hit right in the face of the Cranbon, but it also damaged the Leopard 1 at the same time. And unfortunately, the Leopard 1 just killed our Heshman as well. So 2 tanks went down, 2 high-value tanks. It looks like Angelina made the right choice to pull back from that area, because now there's an awful lot of enemy tanks there. That was our other Arty in this game, a 212A. Just took out the Leopard 1, but I don't think he's going to stay alive for very long. And oh, that was a good one. Angelina got the Cranbon, so she's got her first kill in the game. She may not have hit that killed the Cranbon, the last one she fired at, but she definitely killed that one. Okay, Shure MV7X changing direction. Looks like he's headed down the other end of the map. Okay, there's a M103 Tier 9 American heavy tank, and something knocked those trees down just there, so it looks like Angelina's firing in on that spot. Now, we didn't see who it was, but the M103 turned up a short distance away afterwards. I think there's a Waffenträger behind that bush. That's been spotted in that area. Angelina looking around for another target. She's found one, but unfortunately the topography is in the way. She's going to have to change position and move over and go up to the north again. So it looks like most of the enemy tanks that tried to come in from the north failed. They all died. So she's now relocating, and there are 2 up on the enemy at the moment. That 212A, by the way, he didn't get touched and he survived, so he's still in the game. Now, over on the south side, we've got that Waffenträger. There he is. That's what knocked the trees down. Angelina's styling in. Rounds out. Well, it landed on the spot where she aimed. And we just spotted a Shure M55. They make good targets too. Only one up on the enemy now. Okay, changing position again. Not necessarily to avoid counter battery this time. I think it's more of a case that she's trying to get better angles on the enemy. This looks a right spot to be in. She's actually in line with where the 212A is. And we can see that there is an enemy tank there. It's the Porsche. Or is it? No, it's a Kampfpanzer 7PE. And we can see a T95 off in the distance. Now, I think he might be AFK. Rounds out the Kampfpanzer. Oh, lovely shot there. 255 hit points. He's out the game. It's a good direct hit. This one looks to be an AFK. We've marked the spot. I think the Porsche that's to the north actually is a much better target because we're having difficulty with him. We've got the E50 and they've got that Waffenträger nearby. Angelina's lining up a shot on the M103. Not loaded yet, but will be momentarily. Now, can she get a shot in on this guy? Probably. Rounds out. Yep, she got some hit points off him. 250 and stun assist. Well, it looks like the Porsche has just turned around. That was the 212A trying to hit the Porsche. He did get stunned, but he's still fighting it out with our E50M. There's that Waffenträger. Okay, she's almost loaded, and it looks like he's headed off down that road. We haven't really got a shot in this direction. I think we can see where one of the enemy Arty is located over by the dockyard. But what worries me is that Waffenträger is actually getting fairly close to our E50. And although the enemy just lost their Porsche 155, the Waffenträger could turn things around because the E50M does not have much in the way of hit points. In fact, he's very low on hit points indeed. Now, she's trying to get into spot, into a position where she can shoot. And unfortunately, we lose the E50M. There's the Waffenträger. She fires a late. Oh, but she does get some splash on him for 108. A lot of aircraft flying around this one. Unfortunately, we've lost track of where the Waffenträger has actually gone. And now we're one tank down on the enemy. And there's, oh, that's the M103. The good news is that Angelina's managed to get into a position where she's in defilade to the M103. He can't see her, but she can sneak up on him without him being able to spot her. Oh, enemy tank directly up ahead. That is the T95. But we've got two enemy tanks just a short distance away. And there they are, it's the M103. Oh, and the Super Conqueror just took a big hit. And, well, the enemy Arty just took out our meal too. And the Waffenträger got our 212A. So now we're down to just 3 vehicles left in the game. There's the 212A wreck just in the distance there, in the bushes. I thought that Waffenträger was going to be a bit of a problem. Our Super Conqueror is the nearest one to the enemy carrier. Our Object 140 is staying behind, but I think he's AFK. He's not moving at all. The Waffenträger will probably try and take him out from long range. So if he suddenly blows up, then we'll know why. Okay, Angelina's making her way towards the Kampfpanzer. Now, if the Super Conqueror is ready, she could come around the corner, blast the Kampfpanzer, and let the Super Conqueror kill him. She's been spotted. Yep. Okay, now. Can she get a shotgun? She might be able to go down and around the corner and shoot at him from a different angle. I think that might be what she's going to do. Okay, kind of forces the Kampfpanzer to either address her or face the Super Conk. Either way, he's going to get sandwiched between a very big gun and another big gun. Here we go. Oh, the Object 140 just died. We know where the Waffenträger is then. In fact, actually, it was the enemy GW who took the shot. Oh, we're coming up behind him, and he dies to the Super Conk. So that was a good, not bluff, but it was a good way of forcing the enemy to react and doing so in such a way that they could get the kill. Okay, so the thing now will be to kill the T95. There he is. And the enemy's now capping. Oh, this is not so good now because we've got to try and kill the T95. And hopefully he's not AFK. He's AFK, but, well, Angelina gets a shotgun in, but she only gets 18 hit points. She really needs the advanced HE, the heavy HE. And we can see that the enemy Arty is firing at Angelina as well. And yeah, the Super Conk has to go back. Now she can get another shotgun. Ideally, you want to be behind the T95 a little further back, so you don't get any splash, but you can actually hit the fuel tanks. That's a good hit. 235. You'll need one more like that, and he'll be out the game. Now she's pulling back down for a little bit of cover, just in case the enemy Arty comes this direction. She's still using the sun, and there's the other enemy Arty. He's just around the corner. You can see where he is now. He's probably coming to try and kill Angelina. He's not moving, but he may be waiting for her to pop out. So get it ready, and yes, she gets the kill. Okay, now can the Super Conqueror get to the cap in time to get a reset? It's not looking so good because remember that Waffenträger's there as well, and we're running out of time. And unfortunately, it's all over. They've capped out. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the third class tanker for Angelina75 of OLIMP in the M53, M55. She managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this game, she got 12, very active. She got a win rate of 4,926, which is Super Unicum standard and a bit more. But sadly, it was a defeat because they couldn't get somebody back to get a reset because it was only the Super Conqueror. And he was badly damaged or partially damaged, and he just didn't have the speed to get back there. Neither did Angelina, for that matter. If she'd gone back on her own, she wouldn't have survived very long, not with that Waffenträger there. So didn't work out so well. They got a loss, but at least they tried. On damage, when it comes to damage, we can see the highest damage was that Kampfpanzer 07 PE. He actually managed to get a high caliber for 5,356 hit points, but he was forced into a rock and a hard place because Angelina came around one side. He had to react to her, and when he did that, the Super Conqueror took advantage of him and took him out the game. And the Super Conqueror got 3,460 hit points, the second highest damage, and the third highest damage went to Angelina with 3,109. The Waffenträger on the enemy team, yes, the guy who was actually sitting in the cap and got the Invader medal. Yes, he got 2,573 hit points of damage. I knew that guy was going to be a problem. When it came to kills, we can see it was shared between Angelina75 with 3 kills, and the Leopard 1 on the enemy team also got 3. And 2 kills went to the Super Conqueror, the Heshbon, the 212A, and on the enemy team, it's their Waffenträger, their M103, and their M53, M55. I'm surprised he didn't come towards the cap to try and kill Angelina. In fact, the first thing I would have done actually is to try and get to the cap, get rid of whoever's trying to wipe out RT95. And that, I'm pretty sure that guy would have known exactly who was trying to destroy him. Maybe they weren't very confident Arty players. The GW Tiger did definitely head towards the cap, but it was a bit too late for him to do anything about it. When it came to base XP, we can see that it was the Kampfpanzer 7 PE who managed to get 1,104 base experience points, so he did the best in the enemy team. 910 went to the Waffenträger and 848 went to the M103, with Angelina getting the highest base XP on her team at 631. She fired 14 rounds, 8 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations, but she did get 14 splashes, 3,109 hit points, of which 2,695 were at more than 300 meters. She spotted 2 enemy vehicles in the game, damaged 9 of them, killed 3, and did 409 hit points of damage assistance and 1,318 hit points of stun assist off the 11 stuns. On a premium count, we can see that Angelina made 34,101 credits profit from that game, and she also managed to get 946 XP, even though they were on the losing team. So it was a good try. Unfortunately, just not enough at the end. I don't think, because this Arty doesn't have much in the way of rounds, it only has 20 rounds in total, you don't really carry enough rounds to, say, consider carrying one armor-piercing round just for the eventualities that you actually do find a T95. However, originally I said, yes, sit yourself behind the enemy, just outside splash range, and shoot into his weakest spot, which would be his fuel tanks. But I actually think now that Angelina did the right thing, because if she had gone around that corner, the M53 on the enemy team might have been able to get a shot in there and kill her. And that wouldn't be a good idea. But she definitely couldn't have gone back to get the reset. So they did make the right choice in the end. And they were running out of time to try and get the game won. So well done to Angelina and to that Super Conqueror. But in the end, they did everything they could, and sometimes it's just not enough for a win, as Angelina said. I hope you enjoyed that replay. This sets the target for the week for Talon. He's got to get at least a 3rd class, a bruiser, and a medal, or the same amount and a higher win 8. More than likely, I think Talon's going to pull something out like a 2nd class. He's been doing that fairly consistently over the past few weeks, but I do know that both Angelina and Talon are capable of ace tankers, even at the start of a week. So at least Angelina's got the first score on the board, but we'll have to see if Talon can match Angelina and get an ace tanker and win another week outright. I hope you enjoyed the replay. If you did, please give the video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.